As a kid and even now, what were your favorite kind of films?
Well, I loved westerns.
Mm-hmm.
I love westerns. Now, and I love science fiction and horror. Horror films, to me, are the most fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Just love them very much. Somebody once wrote, I think it was a British critic, that said if you don't really understand or appreciate the horror film, the horror genre, you really have no understanding or love of film itself.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's a very inside thing, in the sense what's so important about really loving film itself. It really doesn't matter. You can live without film. But the idea is, in a sense, a horror film shouldn't be dispensed with as junk or trash.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I'm talking about. Archiving, the idea of collecting articles and building a library on all this stuff.
Give us, in your estimation, the best horror film, because you're right, most of them are lumped into the area of B or C films. What would be a really good horror film?
Oh, that's a hard one, because horror films naturally, for example, there are supernatural films about the supernatural ghost stories. One film called The Uninvited with Ray Milland and Gail Russell, directed by Lewis Allen. Stella by Starlight is the theme song of it. That's where it comes from, and it's a beautiful film, and still very chilling, very strange. And now, of course, we're going into different phases of horror films.
The electronic effects?
Yeah,
oh, no, you're right, yeah.
David Cronenberg's films. David Cronenberg is the director. His latest film is called Scanners. I like that very much, but his earlier films even better. A little hard to take. I can only see them once. I can only see them once. But he's quite extraordinary, quite extraordinary.
We have to interrupt here. When we come back, we'll talk about your films. Martin Scorsese and I will...